What's going on everyone? Jammers here, back with another Street Fighter V video. Now this video here will be shedding light on a topic that quite a few people have asked me to cover, whether it be in the YouTube comments or on my streams that I do. I held back on doing this video for quite some time now, as it's a delicate topic and it's a very important part of fighting games. So we have discussed things like combos, meaty setups and certain punishes for Poison. But moving over to the fundamental aspect, let us see how Poison goes about anti-airing her opponents in Street Fighter V. So first and foremost, the anti-air everybody and their mothers needs to know about is the infamous Crouching Medium Punch. Crouching Medium Punch is Poison's go-to normal attack anti-air, which has a great hitbox, starts up in 6 frames, and most importantly, has 5 active frames. After the anti-air connects, Poison can walk towards the opponent and either go for a regular throw or try to stop them walking backwards and convert from a crouching medium kick, which hits low. Now to continue singing Crouching Medium Punch's praises, let us not ignore the fact that the move is special cancelable. So you might cancel into say a medium heart raid to ensure the opponent blocks on landing. Now if either V trigger is available, Poison can activate and then go for a left-right mix-up, which either ends up being safe pressure or guaranteed damage. Most of the time Poison crosses under the opponent, which is not a bad thing. Now if we look at the flip side for Crouching Medium Punch, this button does lose to jump arc changing moves in quite a few scenarios, despite having 5 active frames. So against characters with a dive kick, you'll need to think twice about anti-airing with this move. Another tactic to beating the Crouching Medium Punch is by doing an empty jump. From a particular distance, if the opponent jumps at Poison, if she tries to mindlessly anti-air the Crouching Medium Punch and they do not throw out a jumping attack, then the move will completely whiff and they can punish the recovery frames and land massive damage. This has happened to me on a number of occasions. Now when in the corner, if the opponent tries to land a cross up against Poison, then the Crouching Medium Punch can come to the rescue. And as stated before, the hitbox on Crouching Medium Punch is fantastic. And this corner situation is a great way to illustrate that fact. Mid-screen some cross-ups can exploit the Crouching Medium Punch, but it all depends on the button and the situation. Crouching Medium Punch is a cop-out anti-air and can definitely save you in a lot of dangerous situations. But if you brainlessly use this move, then you will get severely punished. Moving on to the next anti-air, which is an upgrade from the previous one, and that is the light version of Shocking Heel. L.Shocking Heel is Poison's go-to special attack anti-air, which has a ton of active frames. I believe it's 6 active frames. Does slightly more damage than the Crouching Medium Punch and even scores a knockdown, which is always a plus. Now there is no upper body invincibility on the L.Shocking Heel, however when it's out, I believe that hurtbox above Poison's head completely disappears. Don't quote me on that. It's still a decent anti-air, you just have to be on point. Now if Poison does the L.Shocking Heel later than usual, then a trade scenario can occur. And from here, Poison can follow up with EX Avant Line or EX H.Heart Raid. If she has CA available, then she can go for that as well. Do be careful though, because if you try to purposely get the trade scenario, then you put Poison at the risk of taking tremendous damage from the jump in. Another reason why L.Shocking Heel is a pretty decent anti-air is due to the mileage Poison can get from it when either V-trigger is available. When the opponent jumps at her, she can freeze time to help react to the jump and then anti-air with the L.Shocking Heel and get a follow-up. The damage output of V-trigger 1 is better than V-trigger 2, but V-trigger 1 can consume more resources. If you have heard about Poison's anti-air damage being decent, then this is one of the reasons why. Another positive that L.Shocking Heel has is that it can beat out jump arc changing moves. With the combination of active frames and the great hitbox, this makes a good tool to use in terms of challenging dive kicks. Please keep in mind though, the success rate of this depends on how fast you as a player can react to the speed of the dive kick, and if you are mentally ready for the situation anyway. Also, if you do the L.Shocking Heel too early against certain dive kicks, then you could lose and be put in a bad spot after the failed attempt. One more thing to note about L.Shocking Heel is that I strongly advise that you do not attempt to use this if the opponent is going for a cross-up, as the anti-air will either lose to the cross-up or completely whiff. L.Shocking Heel isn't scary by itself, but with the right resources, the plethora of scenarios created from this move are brilliant in their own right. The third and final anti-air I want to go over is another special attack anti-air, which is my personal favourite, and that is Heavy Heart Raid. Personally, I think this is Poison's best anti-air, only when she's in the Heart Raid stance, because when Poison's holding the heavy version, if the opponent jumps, very few moves can compete with the anti-air whip, and when it connects, it brings the opponent closer to Poison, allowing her to get some sort of setup, if she chooses to go for it. It is by far Poison's most damaging meterless anti-air, but when critical art is available, Poison can cancel the Heavy Heart Raid into it and inflict significant damage. And this can help close out rounds or get a huge life lead. Please keep in mind though that you cannot do this move on reaction to a jump because Poison will lose. I'm talking about inputting the move by itself, not holding the whip prior to the jump. To take things up a notch, Poison can use the EX version of Heavy Heart Raid. EX Heavy Heart Raid is a faster and slightly more damaging version of its meterless counterparts, but it can be used to react to jump attacks. This anti-air is really good from roughly about half screen. It deals with regular jumps really well, but it can also catch neutral jumps. You just need to space yourself correctly. Similar to L.Shocking Heel, when either V-trigger is available, Poison can get a follow-up from the anti-air. But instead of activating to freeze time to see the jump, Poison needs to get the first hit of EX Heavy Heart Rate to connect and then activate, making it a V-trigger activation combo. If Poison is already in V-trigger, then there will be no activation scaling and she'll get decent damage. Do remember that the first hit of EX Heavy Heart Rate is V-trigger cancelable, just like the other versions. You can't get a follow-up after the second hit. One more thing to note is that both the heavy version of Heart Raid and the EX heavy version of Heart Raid only connect on airborne opponents. They do not connect against grounded opponents, and it doesn't matter if they're crouching or standing. Now just to reiterate, anti-air Heart Raid is Poison's most damaging anti-air. If Poison frustrates the opponent enough on the ground, they will eventually jump and potentially get caught by this beautiful anti-air. And with the right resources, Poison could either kill the opponent or get back to annoying them in neutral. And that's pretty much it for the video, people. This was another one of those videos that was a long time coming, and as stated in the past, I just wanted to get more experience with the character before putting something together for you guys to learn from. Poison has amazing anti-air options, which could lead to a good situation. It depends on how you look at it. And as a player, you won't always be ready for the jump, because opponents will definitely jump at you, and the risk reward for anti-airing is definitely not in Poison's favour for the most part, unless she has some sort of resources. If you are currently playing Poison or planning to pick her up, then you would definitely need to learn your anti-airs, as it's rudimentary in fighting games. If you felt I left something important out, then let me know in the comments below. Also let me know how you felt about the video in general. This has been your boy HD Jammers, and I'll see you guys on the next Street Fighter V video. So until then, take care and enjoy the rest of your day.